What you are about to learn has been intentionally hidden from you, and accepting it means the end of your comfortable life. For centuries, a single text has served as the forbidden playbook for those who shape reality, not just live in it. It teaches a kind of strength that polite society calls ruthless. And if you are willing to listen without flinching, you will discover that real power and the wealth that follows prides by a completely different set of rules than you were raised to believe. By the end, I will give you the exact, actionable principle from that text that turns theoretical power into tangible results in your bank account. Stay to the final second if you are ready to see the game board for what it truly is. First, you must incinerate the most poisonous idea ever planted in your mind. Story that diligence, politeness, and patience are the sure keys to prosperity. This is a fantasy, a pacification script written to keep the wheels of the machine turning smoothly. Your education, your job training, none of it was designed to make you sovereign. It was designed to make you useful, predictable, and replaceable. The ancient strategists understood this perfectly. The great majority of mankind are satisfied with appearances, as though they were realities. You have been satisfied with a painted curtain. Today, you pull it back. The first act of rebellion is internal. If you are ready, type one clear sentence in the comments right now. I see the game. This is your declaration. The foundational law is this: poverty trades minutes for dollars. True prosperity buys lifetimes with assets. If your income is shackled to the hours in your day, you have built a prison with a very low ceiling. The moment you begin to own things that work while you sleep, a piece of software, a share of a company, a creative work that scales, you shatter that ceiling. Your effort is multiplied. This is leverage. A broke ask, what's the hourly rate? The builders ask, how can this single effort pay me forever? Write this down if you need to. I am an architect of leverage. Second, understand that commerce is not a transaction of objects. It is a conquest of human emotion. People do not buy products. They purchase feelings of security, of status, of belonging, of power. The most successful entities on earth do not sell technology or watches or cars. They sell identity. They sell a story in which the customer is the hero. When you grasp that you are not in the business of things, but in the business of altering human perception and desire, you hold the master key. Wealth doesn't follow hard work alone. It follows perceived value, and value is an emotional verdict. If you don't feel a deep, burning rage for the life you're currently living, this isn't for you. Close it now, right here. I'm about to speak a truth so many run from their entire lives. The few who hear it will either be crushed by its weight or liberated by its fire. There's a ghost operating your body. It breathes your air. It wastes your potential. It chooses comfort over creation, approval over authenticity. It fears the leap, the judgment, the temporary loss of security. Today, we exorcise that ghost. You are about to see that building wealth isn't about complexity or brilliance. It is about a fundamental transformation of self. The blueprint for this shift was etched centuries ago by a strategist whose name still sends shivers, Niccolo Machiavelli. I will give you one single, devastating principle from his writings that, when applied to wealth, makes money an obedient servant. If you have the courage to listen to the final minute and then act, you would be a stranger to your old third. And this is where most falter. To build something real, you must become selectively disagreeable. The path demands no where you used to automatically say yes. It requires leaving the crowd while the party is loud. It demands pre-dawn hours while the world sleeps. You cannot sail a new ship with old anchors tied to the stern. This includes people. Even those you love can be anchors if they constantly drag you back to the shore of average. The strategist wrote of the inevitability of envy and opposition for anyone who rises. Expect it. Your growth will make others uncomfortable, okay? That discomfort is not your responsibility to manage. Fourth, power is sustained not by money first, but by a formidable skill. Money without a value-creating skill is water in a sieve. Identify the modern levers, the art of persuasion, the craft of capturing focus, the science of capital allocation, or the engineering of systems. Dedicate yourself to mastering one to an elite level. You will never want. Master two, and you reshape your destiny. This skill is your sword and shield. Fifth, the prosperous do not merely work, they build engines. They construct processes, channels, and portfolios that generate outcomes in their absence. The average person rents out their physical presence. The visionary rents out a system that operates independently. One piece of intellectual property can fund a decade. One automated enterprise can sustain a lineage. This is the end goal, freedom through creation, not constant labor. Sixth, and be brutally honest with yourself. Do you crave abundance, or do you crave the appearance of abundance? This distinction bankrupts more people than any recession. The flashy car on a loan is a liability wearing a costume. The quiet, income-producing asset is true power. An asset feeds you. A liability eats you. Most who come into sudden money spend it on liabilities that scream, and soon have nothing left to whisper. Burn this question into your mind. Am I building a fortress or a facade? Seventh, abundance is a mirror that shows your true character. Scarcity strains you. Surplus reveals you. When real resources arrive, you will face defining choices: indulgence versus investment, sentiment versus strategy, ego versus legacy. This is why first-generation fortunes often evaporate in the second. Holding power is a fiercer test than seizing it. You must become someone who can protect what is theirs with calm, unyielding strength. Eighth, you must exile the language of lack from your mind. I just need to get to Friday. Money isn't that important. It's too risky. These are not philosophies. They are incantations of limitation. Replace them with the syntax of builders. What system can this fund? What asset can I acquire? Who in my orbit is a multiplier? What bold move would future me demand I take? Change your internal dialogue, and the external world has no choice but to follow. Ninth, velocity is currency. I am not talking about get-rich-quick schemes. I am talking about the speed of decision. The builder evaluates and acts in days. The hesitant ponder for months. While you are seeking one more opinion, the opportunity has already clothed someone else. Tia, the ancient text praises the impetuous over the cautious for a reason. In the theater of action, the bold inherit the stage. 10th, your inner circle is your destiny. You are the average of the 5 minds you commune with most. If those minds are saturated with limitation, you will be the 6th, no matter how you struggle. The truly strategic are ruthless about their associations. They seek catalysts, not comfort. Okay? Look at your contacts now. Who among them embodies where you are going? If the list is empty, the most crucial project on your list is to find a new tribe. And now, the specific passage you stayed for, from the 25th chapter of that timeless work on power. Many know the metaphor about fortune being a woman, but the critical, actionable insight follows. I hold that it is better to be adventurous than cautious, for fortune is a woman who lets herself be mastered more by the young and the bold than by those who proceed coldly. The translation for your life, the energy of resource attraction, favors the bold, the decisive, those who act with audacity more than excessive analysis. It is the friend of the youthful in spirit, regardless of age. This is why a determined novice with a laptop can outmaneuver a tenured expert paralyzed by nuance. One moves like a hunter, the other waits like a statue. The final, devastating line: fortune displays her power where no resistant strength has been prepared to oppose her. This means resources flow not to the one who wishes hardest, but to the one who has prepared the ground. It flows where the dams, the skills, the systems, the leverage are already engineered. The unprepared recipient of a windfall watches it drain away. The builder who loses everything can rebuild from the blueprint in their mind. The ultimate secret is this: become the person for whom the infrastructure is already built. And fortune has no other channel but you. You have reached the end. This means you are in the minority that consumes to activate. Do these 3 things now. First, in the comments, write the one line from this entire video that struck you with the most force. Second, if this shifted your perspective, hit the like button. Signals the algorithm to show this to others ready for this message on Winds of Thought. Third, share this with exactly one person who you believe is ready to build alongside you, because those who walk this path should not walk it alone. You are not who you were 20 minutes ago. The theory is over. The work begins now.